That's a hot shot.
Come here. You see yourself right there?
It's not focusing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic.
YouTube family, what is good? Today we are going to be doing a tutorial on how to cut your own hair, specifically on how to do a bald fade. So to start off this haircut, I'm going to come in with my clipper closed, and I'm going to set in my bald line going straight across throughout the entire head. And I'm trying to get this line as symmetrical as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be pretty straight because this is the foundation of the haircut. And now I went ahead and grabbed my trimmer, and we're gonna bald everything under that line that we created with the clipper closed with this trimmer. And the reason I want to bald it out with the trimmer is because it just gets slightly closer to the skin. Just making sure that I'm cleaning it up, trying to get rid of all those little hairs. And now I'm gonna come in with my foil shaver, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this fade even a little bit closer to the skin, so that way it makes the blend really pop and it makes the haircut last a little bit longer. So I'm coming in with my shaver here, letting it do what it does. I'm not pressing too hard with it because I don't want to give myself any ingrown hairs or bumps. And you'll also notice that I didn't shave all the way up into the line. I stopped right below it. And now any line that I left behind with the shaver, I'm going to go ahead and get out with my trimmer. And now we're going to go ahead and take down the top to its desired length. And for me personally, I use a number 6 guard with the lever closed. And I'm going to go ahead and go against the grain. And I like the 6 guard because on my texture hair, it keeps it nice, dark, and fuller looking. But it gives me, you know, short hair at the same time. So that's why I use the number 6. So you'll see me go against the grain in every which way until I make sure that the top is all even. And now to get into the second step, I'm going to come in with my lever all the way open as I just showed you. And I'm going to create that second guideline. And right here, I'm going up about a thumb's width, I would say about a full inch. And as you guys will notice, I faded the right side already. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how I fade the left side and connect both sides, since the steps are pretty much the same on each side, right? So I'm just connecting it with where I left off on the other side. So we're going up about a full inch here with my lever open. And if this is going to be your first time cutting your own hair, it's going to be weird because all the angles are opposite. But after you do it a few times, you'll get used to it. And now to get rid of the line in between that bald line and that clipper open, as I adjust the mirror, I'm going to come in. Oh, give it 1 second. I'm going to come in with my lever closed. And then as I move up in that guideline, I'll gradually start to open that lever until that line is completely blended out. And you'll see right here, I'm pulling my skin. That's because this is going to allow me to get rid of that line a little bit easier. So I'm just stretching that skin and I'm coming in with my clipper closed. And then I open up that lever as I move up. And especially when cutting your own hair, it's very important that you stay patient because chances are your first few times cutting your hair is gonna take a really long time, right? So you want to make sure that you're staying patient and not getting frustrated, because once you get frustrated, it's just gonna make the process a whole lot more difficult. So as you guys can see, it's pretty much you know, that line's pretty much blended out, but I'm going ahead and I'm just detailing a little bit more. And I can still see a faint line, so I'm going to use the corner of my trimmer and just tap that out. Trying to get this blend as fluid as possible. And now to get into the next step, I'm going to come in with my 1 guard with the lever all the way open. And I'm going to keep that same shape straight front to back with the lever all the way open. We're going up about a full inch here. And we're just staying real consistent, real patient. And I'm just going to go ahead and connect that with the right side. And now I'm going to come in with my foreguard closed. And this right here is just going to take down the sides a little bit more, and it's going to blend into that 6 on top really well. So you want to make sure that you're coming off the shape of your head. I did that step really quick, and now right under that foreguard, I'm coming in with my 3 guard closed, and I'm going to blend down here. So I'm coming in with my 3 guard, coming right off the parietal ridge, and that's just blending into that length on top very well. And you can see I started blending down here because I want to make sure that I'm keeping the top of the fade as dark as possible. I don't want to take it up too high. And you want to make sure that you're continuously brushing or combing your hair as you blend. But you'll see I'm just working at it, trying to make it as blurry as possible. Blending in its natural direction, or brushing in its natural direction. Now I'm going to come in with my 2 guard all the way open right below that 3. And you're going to see as we blend down, every guard blends seamlessly into the one we used previously. And we're just staying real patient here. Flicking out as I get higher into the fade. And you're going to see how that cowlick right there on the left side of my head gives me trouble. So you'll see me always brush it down and try to, you know, blend it as best as possible. And right here I'm showing you what line I'm about to blend out. So I'm coming in with my 1.5 with the lever all the way open. And we're just going to go ahead and attack that line. And as you can see, this is where the patience starts to set in. I'm just looking for those areas that need to be detailed and blended a little bit better, and I'm just attacking those. So I went ahead and switched over to my right arm, and I'm doing the back. And I used to cut with a handheld mirror and whatever mirror was on the wall, but as of last year, I bought the self-cut system. And man, it's been way easier. So the link is down in the description if you do want to purchase this mirror. And now to go ahead and get rid of this last line, I'm going to come in with my half guard with the lever all the way open. And I'm going to go ahead and attack that line. And you'll see I'll go in open, and then I'll gradually start to close that lever until this line is blended out as best as possible. And as we work at it, it starts to come together very nicely. So you'll see me play with the lever to see what works and what doesn't. Now I'm using a lot of the corner of the blade to attack those dark spots. And now I went ahead and took the half guard off, and I'm going to go ahead and detail it with just the blade. And I'm going in all the way open, and you'll see me even go in sideways with the lever to try to get rid of those dark spots. Then I went ahead and went back to my 1, and now it's just a matter of detailing and getting that blend to the next level. And already this blend is coming out tough. And now we're gonna go ahead and get to the lineup. And for my lineup, I don't like to do too much since I do have some very light corners. So I'm just lightly tapping the hairline area, trying to get it as symmetrical as possible. And this is how I line up the corners, so I'm not, you know, pushing it back too much. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tap those corners just a little bit. And now I'm gonna come in with my straight razor. Now if you don't know how to use the straight razor, I suggest you try it without the blade in it first, but if you do know how to use it, make sure that you're stretching the skin. So as you can see, man, I was looking so rough, so I decided to get myself together. I gave myself a nice mid-bald fade. I cleaned up the beard just a little bit, lined up the front. But this is the blend, family. If this helped you or encouraged you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you drop a comment down below. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and follow me at Drake Clipperhands on IG, where I have a lot more dope content. But again, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all next time.